no burn. You see how much smoother it is already?
Whoa!
Oh my God, that's really good. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Jasmine, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be making rasmalai. Again. If you haven't seen part 1, I highly recommend going to check that out. We attempted it. I thought it was gonna be one and done, but yeah, alas, it was an attempt. If you don't know what rasmalai is, it is a delicious Indian dessert. It is my fiance's favorite Indian dessert, and it's these delicious, tender, spongy cheese curds soaked in this amazing sweetened milk. It is delicious, and I hope to really master it today. If I don't get it right this time, I'm not doing it again.
Come on.
Okay, fine. You're right. Mama ain't raised no quitter. Let's get to it. This is where we messed up last time. Step 1, boiling the milk. I burnt it very quickly. So we're gonna start by adding some water to our pot. Make sure our milk doesn't burn. Is the pot too hot?
I don't know.
This morning I was watching videos of like how to make sure you don't burn milk. But instead of like get the pot really nice and hot and then add a little bit of water so that it cools down the pot. All right, adding in 1.5 liters of milk. This is also where I messed up last time. Instead of 2% or low-fat milk, I used whole milk. And now I went to Costco. I got myself still lactose-free for George because he can't handle the lactose, but it is now 2%. So if it doesn't work this time, I'm gonna blame the lactose-free. And I'm just gonna constantly stir this until it comes to a boil. This time I'm really gonna pay attention to this. Okay, I'm putting a cover on, and then I'm gonna wait like 2 minutes, and when I uncover it, it better be frothing.
I'm scared.
That I'm gonna burn it?
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I felt the bottom. No burnt like bottom of the pan this time. If you saw the last one, there was a big burn spot on the bottom of the pot. It's frothing a lot more. Should I just leave it uncovered? I am gonna leave it uncovered then and let it froth. Okay, wonderful. This is a beautiful froth. Let's turn off the heat and let it come to 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Our milk has cooled down. Now we're gonna add in our vinegar water mixture in 2 parts. First, I'm gonna add half. Gentle stir. All right, second addition, another gentle stir. Now we're gonna let it sit, let it curdle. I'm gonna let it sit for 15 minutes and we'll be right back. 15 minutes has gone by, I've let it sit. It looks pretty good. I don't think I need to stir it. Wow, look how chunky those curds are. All right, let's pour it in over our cheesecloth. Oh, that was messy, huh? Look at that, no burn, haha. Yes, all right, first mistake fixed. We're just gonna go in with our cheesecloth. And this time, I'm not gonna squeeze too much of the liquid out, of the excess moisture. Last time I think we squeezed out too much and it was too dry. And we do have to add in a bit of cornstarch later, so I don't want that starch to absorb any like moisture and dry it out even further. I think it needs to be solid enough that when I take this out, there's at least a ball. And then we're gonna pour some water over it to rinse out that vinegar flavor. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and then let it drain all the excess moisture for an additional 30 minutes. And while we're doing that, let's make our rabdi. We're gonna start by boiling 1 liter of milk. I feel like this is like so many parts of this recipe are, let's bring this milk to a boil. But yeah, I'm about to say it again. I'll be back once the milk boils. Guys, I freaking burned the milk. It did come to a boil, so I lowered it. You can literally see the burnt bits here. They look exactly like the shape of dots in the pot. But yeah, it did come to a boil. I just lowered the heat. Let's just move on. I tried it. It doesn't taste burnt at all. Let's add in our saffron, slivered almonds, this time actual pistachios, cardamom powder, rose water, a couple pinches of salt, and then our sugar. Mix it up, and we're gonna cook this for an additional 5 minutes. Wow, it already looks so different with the pistachios. Oh, one thing I will note is this time around, I am not putting in the food coloring. Honestly, just because it doesn't really matter. I forgot to mention, when we were making the rabdi in part 1, I used monk fruit sweeteners so I could have a sugar-free alternative. But this time around, I used granulated sugar. I'm just really sticking to Wendy's recipe as close as possible. So now we're gonna take out our rasmalai. This part was the best part of making the recipe, or like the most fun part, I suppose. Let's go ahead and knead this out until it's nice and smooth. About 5 minutes. I've definitely made it more wet than last time.
They should make a slime. Rasmalai slime.
And it smells like the rabdi.
And it's edible. It's just Rasmalai.
You see how much smoother it is already from before?
It is so smooth. It's like fine and smooth.
Now it's staying together in one piece, which is nice. I'm gonna add in some cornstarch. All right, it's definitely thickening up. And just like last time, after adding the cornstarch, it feels stickier. Isn't it gorgeous?
It's beautiful.
Alrighty, let's cut it in half. And then go ahead and cut your log into 6 discs. Definitely closer to half.
The curvature of the blade. It's got me sweating.
Yeah, you're being so delicate. Now we're gonna roll these out into little balls, and then we're gonna flatly press them. Let's just put them right there, and then we'll continue for the rest of these. Do you like how I said I would make rasmalai to surprise you, and now I'm making you make it yourself?
I love making rasmalai.
This is your first time making it.
I say it like it. I've done it before. I enjoy making rasmalai.
All my cheese curds are covered in a blanket over here, but now we have to make the sugar syrup. Medium-high heat, let's pour in our sugar, as well as our water. And I realized I was supposed to add in the rose water now, but I accidentally added it in the rabdi. I'm not gonna add in the rose water here. I just don't want it to be rose water overkill. Gentle mix. Let's add in our cardamom pods. Let's bring that to a boil. Now let's add in our rasmalai discs. And this time we will make sure to remember to put the lid on. Cook for 5 minutes. Okay, let's uncover this.
Whoa!
What the?
Alright, this is where we messed up last time.
100%.
I feel good.
Me too. Okay, let's flip them. I'm gonna start with this middle one here. Oh my god, they're stuck. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, did I flip this one yet?
No,
because it's stuck.
Okay. What if we got restuck?
I should count. I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna cover it back up and cook for another 5 minutes. Let's remove this second round of cooking. Oh my god, that's crazy. I found out I messed up again. For this cooking, this last round, I was supposed to change it to medium-high heat. And then now it's supposed to be back at high heat and cook for an additional 5 minutes uncovered. So we're gonna let it cook like this for an additional 5 minutes. They're way bigger than last time. So the first expansion had to be like vital. All right, 5 more minutes for a total cooking time of 15 minutes. It is done cooking. Let's turn off the heat, and now we're gonna let this cool on its own. What I did last time was a quick cool where I took them all out, put them into a bowl with a little bit of syrup, and it cooled down much faster. I would say like in a 1/5 of the time. However, I feel that doing so perhaps shocked the proteins and made it firm up really hard. So what we're gonna do is take a pause here, let this come down to temperature naturally, and then we'll come back to it. We are taking a quick break from our rasmalai video, and we are gonna be making matcha rasmalai. We have to wait for the rasmalai to cool down in the sugar syrup. So let's make a drink. I took a little bit of the rabdi out. In the last video, I was like, oh my God, this would be so good as a matcha latte. So I'm gonna sift in some matcha. Let's add in some water. By the way, if you did not know, I am a recipe developer at a coffee shop. It is specifically my mom and her friend's coffee shop, KONA, Crown Valley. I'll leave the information in the description below so you can check it out. All right, this is beautiful. Let's add in some ice. Oh, it's gonna be so good. And let's add in our matcha. How's that looking?
So good.
Look at that gorgeous color. Cheers. It's so sweet. I'm here to add in some milk. Much better. Oh my God, that's really good. It balances so well with the matcha. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy this. We still have a long time. Our rasmalai has come to room temp. We're gonna take out each disc and place it in between our palms and gently squeeze out all the sugar syrup. That is so different from the last one.
Ooh, it's moldable, malleable.
Yeah, and it is actually dripping out sugar syrup. And then we're just gonna dunk it into our rabdi. So let's do this with all of them. The texture difference is insane. So I think we're making all the right moves here in this correction. Okay, let's put it in. Let's dunk these babies in, make sure they're all soaking into that rabdi. Now we have to let it sit in the rabdi for 5 to 6 hours.
Room temp.
Room temp. This is also one of my favorite Tupperwares. This is the Zwilling one, and it's vacuum sealed. So you put it on top of this, you press the button, and it sucks out all that air. 5 to 6 hours, we will be back tomorrow morning for a taste test. This one versus the restaurant Rasmalai. Good morning, everyone. We have made it to the next morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I plated the restaurant Rasmalai, and I was like, looks great. And then I plated the one we made yesterday, and I was like, what happened?
I think you can say like the restaurant one looks more like a cottage cheese consistency.
Yeah.
Whereas this one looks more like a patty, like kind of like a soy patty or something.
Yes, totally. Obviously, we haven't tried it yet, but as I was plating it into this dish, I could just tell it was much firmer than yesterday. And like yesterday was so soft, remember?
It was, yeah.
It was like as soft as the restaurant one, but we'll see. I'm scared. Okay, should we try the restaurant one first?
Of course.
All right.
First
So
thoughts.
soft.
Cheers.
They're really good.
It's really good.
You don't even need to chew it. You can just press it with your tongue to the roof of your mouth and it just all crumbles apart. All right, let's give ours a try.
I'm excited.
I'm not.
How do you feel about this?
I'm very nervous.
It's not as stiff as the last time, maybe. Actually.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's kind of squeaky, but it's soft.
Yeah. It's not like stiff.
So sweet.
It's hella sweet.
Can I add some milk?
Please. But it's not like not soft.
It's soft.
It's not crumbly.
It's not
but
like
it's still
the restaurant one,
softer.
but yeah, it's much softer than the last time.
And the taste is really good. This one definitely has more flavor than the restaurant one. I like that.
Wow.
See, it's not like, it is still crumbly-ish. And then the trick, oh, there it is.
Absorbing it?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
There you go. That was good.
Do you love me again?
I love you again.
Yay! I'm so glad and so grateful for your love. And Wendy, I hope I've made you proud. And all of India, I hope I've made you proud as well. Thank you for watching. I guess second time's the charm. I will be making Rasmalai again for my fiance. Perhaps after we are married.
Oh, that's very soon.
It's very soon. Yeah. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below if you got it this far into the video. Tell us what your favorite Indian dish is in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.